Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be hanging out with my really good friend Erlin, and he's going to be giving us a tour of his neighborhood, a tour of his house, and we're going to be doing an interview with him, and we're going to show you what it's like to be an artist out here, because that's what you are, right?
Yeah.
You're an artist from the USA, and now you're just living out here, right? And you're raising your family, and you're having a wonderful time, right?
Living and loving it.
All right, awesome. So we're going to get into it right now. So today we're starting off with the neighborhood tour. So tell us a little bit about Montebello, if that's...
This neighborhood is it's a newer neighborhood. I think it was founded more in the 2000s, and so the houses over here are a little bit newer. It's not as new as like Temos del Norte outside the Periférico. So we're still inside the loop of the city, like the main highway loop. However, these houses are new and some of them are still being built. There is still actually a lot of like vacancy in this area. So although there's a lot of new built high-rises and things like that, there's still a lot of there's not as much of these apartments and homes that are actually rented out. So you might find a really big house like this next to like an empty lot, right? So like some of these lots are actually for sale. I had a friend come check out one of these, not this one, but a lot nearby. It's a really cool house.
Awesome.
But I had a friend check out one of these lots, and they were asking for like 73,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't
okay.
too bad.
73,000 US.
US.
Okay, for a big lot like this, huh? Wow.
You can build like, I mean.
Yeah, you can build that. You can build one of these houses.
Yeah, look, we build.
Yeah, you can build anything you want. So for those of you guys that don't know exactly where this area is, again, we are at the north of the city, right? I mean, we're just like a few blocks away, right? From
Parque Montebello. So
okay, Parque Montebello. So we're gonna go to Parque Montebello. The reason we're starting off with the walk today, and we're starting off with the home tours, you know, is it like what is it, the neighborhood tour? Yeah. Is because there's actually like a hurricane or a storm. There's something brewing. Yeah, something. There's something brewing overhead right now, and it's like hit or miss with the weather. And we just saw the sun come out, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah. But yeah, so we're again, we're going to show you guys again. So you see how different this neighborhood is from other neighborhoods. This is a very nice neighborhood, very seems very upscale, huge houses, huge roads. Everything's very nice out here.
It's interesting because in this neighborhood, like, what I really like about, we lived in another neighborhood before called Campestre.
Okay.
A lot of mid-century modern homes that were made in the 60s, you had the 70s, Art Deco. There was even Mayan Art Deco architecture in there, which was super rare. That's like a gem. If you found that house and I had neighbors out like, I was like, Mayan Art Deco there. Yeah, it was Mayan art designs fused in with Art Deco. This stuff was killer to me. And so like, I love that architecture. This is more modern, early 90s and early 2000s. I mean, and so this is as modern as
yeah, a lot of these constructions in this area, the Montebello area and the Temos del Norte, all the things that you were saying, a lot newer construction as opposed to Campestre, which is like you said, yeah, older construction, but not that old, just a few decades ago, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like a 90s or something like that, right?
Well, some of the houses in Campestre, Colonial Mexico, you got some houses there. I'll hold this too.
No, I wanted to show people all the other houses too. Look at this. But you can go ahead, keep talking. And
some of the neighborhoods like Colonial Mexico, some of them are really, they have homes in there from the 60s and 70s. And
yeah.
Really beautiful architecture, really beautiful stuff. So I'd say keep an eye out. If you love architecture and you don't mind remodeling something, definitely do that. There's a lot of good firms that do a great job by like restoring them and like actually making sure that they keep it to its original design. They restore it to its best
awesome
ability. There's also a lot of apartments like that out here too. So,
oh, is that what that is? Those are apartments over there, huh?
Yeah. So that's a brand new apartment complex, and when we get over here to the corner, you'll see like, they're building so much over here because they during the pandemic there was just a massive influx of people coming in from the States, and so what that did was that was like, bro.
Yeah, they built a lot. Yeah.
Un puerta bien grande, bro. Like it was a great opportunity for them. And so now there are tons of people coming renting out here, but also not just internationally, but domestically, Mexicans coming from all over Mexico that want to live here.
Yes. Mexicans from all over are coming to live here, and so, yeah, that's a nice car. No, but yeah, at the end of the day, there's a lot of Mexicans moving out here, a lot of people moving out here from all over the place. So it's funny, we're talking about the building, how many buildings and how many homes there are out here, because I like from a statistic that I was reading not too long ago, basically like I think like 60+% over 60% of all the homes in Merida are still under like are not are empty, you know what I mean?
60%?
Yeah. So like out of so even though they're building a lot, you know, there's still a lot of empty, a lot of vacancies. So there's, you know, it's not like there's, you know, not enough out here, because, you know, in some places there's not enough real estate, and that's why the price increases everywhere. But out here is just simply, you know what I mean? It was just, you know, supply and demand. And then basically it was a lot of demand. So they raised the prices, but guess what? Now there's a lot of supply.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not much demand.
Not as much as demand, you know, for many reasons. And yeah.
I think definitely right now is a great time if you're looking to come out here.
Yeah.
The prices have been cut, to be honest.
Yeah, and they're going to continue going to cut because like again, the demand has gone down. Why has it gone down? Well, because of the fear that everything's gotten expensive. And it has, you know, Merida has gotten expensive. But guess what? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, now it's gotten so expensive, right? What is it? So expensive that now it's you know, again, it's running people away. So now it's forcing people to, you know what I mean,
to retreat.
Yeah. So but anyways, but yeah, so you can still find a lot of great deals. I mean, because you got like a whole house. Do you mind asking how much you pay for the house? Or?
Our rent is, honestly, man, for that house we probably pay something like $2,000 in the United States for it. Out here we're paying like, I'd say when the dollar is correct, it's like well, it hasn't been in a minute.
How much is it now? How much is it now?
It's like 800.
Oh, that's fine. That's fucking great. Okay.
Not bad,
Yeah. So wait till you see his house. So
like,
yeah, once we're done here with you know, walking the dog and, you know, giving you a little tour of the park. So as you guys can see in some of these areas, look at the park. Look how different the park is here. You know, something you might find in some of the maybe poorer neighborhoods, you know. Yeah, but like the poorer neighborhoods actually have a better park, in my opinion. This is like a concrete block. What is this?
Bruh. So this neighborhood park is gonna be redone.
Yeah, I hope so.
It's gonna be redone.
Jeez.
This park should be a lot better, but they were actually redoing this whole thing.
Okay.
But yeah, this is how new this neighborhood is, though, man. Like, you know what I mean?
But so speaking of the, okay, so you're living in a nice neighborhood, a new nice neighborhood, and you're paying $800 US. Even now with the,
it's 4 bedrooms, it's 3 bathrooms, and the thing about it though is like what we're trading off is like the safety. Like, you know, for the safety that we get here is way different. Like, we don't get this, like where we were coming from in the States right now, like in Philadelphia. You know, I have a son, he's 11. If you watch any of our older videos, you'll see him on there. Now he got a little bit older, and you know, we were back in Philadelphia, and there was a kid that, I don't know, I think he was about 13 or something like that, or 12. One of these kids, you know, an altercation happened, he shot someone with a gun. Yeah. And you know, it was an unfortunate situation. How did he get access to a gun? I don't know. But my son was like, hey, he's 13, I'm 11. And I was like, yeah, you know, that this thing does, it happens in the States. That kind of conversation and access and exposure to that sort of dynamic, we don't have to deal with it as much. Right. And so, you know,
because that's a family, man. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. You got to be real about it, man. Right. And you know, it's important to set your family up in a place that makes sense. And they're out here. They're in some of the better schools that you can get in the Yucatan, and also like they get access to a different sort of different quality of life and different class dynamic. I think, to be honest, like if you have $20,000 USD, that's I think the equivalent of like 500,000 pesos or something. Yeah. So you have 50,000 USD.
Well, 20,000.
Is it 20,000?
I don't know.
No, 50,000 USD is like 50,000. A million pesos.
60,000 now.
Oh God, yeah, you're right. That was like 2 years ago.
Jeez. No, but anyways, but yeah, 60,000 USD is a million pesos.
So in a sense, you're a millionaire here, actually.
Yeah, if you have that.
If you have that, right? So
yeah, because I don't have that.
And I'm not gonna say what I got, but I'm gonna say that logically, you have to think through this. Is you become a millionaire, and so access to information and people, it completely shifts the way that people perceive you and how they think about you. Yes. So you can come to a place where, hey, if I take my 50 over here, I become a million overnight, a millionaire overnight. So being mindful of that, you know. So,
and again, it goes for every income level, because again, back home, I'm a bum living out of my car if I'm lucky. Out here, I'm a respectable, you know, member of society.
High class.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, are you kidding me? You know what I mean? You can't compare, you know. But yes, and that goes through everything, you know. Because again, even if you got like 50, 60,000 back in the U.S., that ain't nothing.
It ain't shit in the
U.S. You know, that's not even a down payment.
No,
you know what I mean?
That's definitely not in the Northeast. You better watch out.
Right.
But I think that's just the thing is like, if you're smart with your money, if you know how to manage, you know how to balance certain things off, you can make that 50 or 60,000. You know, as long as you know you can really make it work for you. Yeah. And if you get your Mexican citizenship, that's like 20,000 or 30 or 40,000 you can put down on a house.
Yeah. By the way, I can't wait to hear how you became a Mexican citizen. You're a Mexican citizen.
I'm pura mexicano, chico, 100%.
Are you married to a Mexican? Or?
Oh no. So we actually have like a domestic we're in California, domestic partnership, bro. So
okay.
We're like, no man, domestic partnership stuff. So you know.
But how'd you get your citizenship?
So
everyone's curious. Everyone.
So my citizenship came out of actually being here for the first year in the program that they had. So luckily enough, I came and then I got it was a temporary.
Yeah, you're temporary.
For there, and then
you're permanent.
Then from there you get your permanent.
Yeah, and then from there.
That's it. You get your citizenship.
That's right. That's right. This guy became a citizen before me.
No, wait. No, I have my temporary then. That's what I mean. Bruh. So I'm not a citizen. I'm not a citizen, guys.
I thought he was a citizen. You say you got your INE.
No, but I do have an INE. That's what the temporary.
No, it's not INE, man. That's something else. That's a temporary residency. Whatever. Anyways, he got his temporary residency.
But my kids and their mom, she's Mexican.
Okay.
My kids will have their they will get their
residency as well.
They'll get their residency and their citizenship after that.
Yeah, citizenship is like way after. Okay. By the way, this is what happens when I make videos without editing them. At the end of the day, we're just taking a walk through the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
We're just enjoying, you know, again, the day before it starts to rain again. We're talking a little bit, again, off the cuff, right? Off the record, on the record.
On the record, off the record.
That's right. As we take a walk, you know, through the neighborhood. And as you guys can already get a feel for the episode, he's very talkative. He has a lot of valuable information. Definitely. You know, even though, you know, he still doesn't know whether he's a citizen or a resident.
I'm illegal out here, man.
No, but look, at the end of the day, you got your residency very easily.
I got the residency very easly.
And your family,
yeah, my family is as well.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, so your family is on a tourist visa right now, right? Or no?
No, they're actually in the process of getting their.
Okay.
My kids are in the process of getting their full citizenship.
Okay.
But their mother she's Mexican citizen, 100%.
Oh.
Now
I get. Okay,
it
now
got complex. It got complex. That we're back on. Yeah.
Okay, now we get it.
Now you get what I'm saying.
Now I get it. Okay.
So she's Mexican, 100%.
Oh, okay. So you got it through her. I mean, something sort of.
The paper. Yes.
Okay. But look, it gets confusing. But at the end of the day, it can get done. They're not even married. Okay, but it's his kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We chose a different. I hope so. Oh my God. You're right. Now, Florida just passed that whole shit.
But anyways, long story short, he's getting it just through family, and like he doesn't even have to have like all the proper paperwork. It's just they make it happen.
There's a way out here. Honestly, right. Mexico is a great country. Follow all the rules. Follow the regulations.
Man.
Every office, man, there's great people in them. You know, and those great people do good work. So
yeah,
hey,
and again, it's just, you know, it's like any other government thing, like back home. You know, it's like no one likes going to the DMV, no one likes going and doing anything, but it's not like the end of the world. Do you want to walk that way? Or?
You gotta see these apartments.
Let's go.
This is a whole nother fucking thing, but these guys, like, I was talking to construction workers over here, but
oh yeah, look at that.
This thing is crazy. So let's look at it from afar and then we'll walk up. But this is like, you know, huge complex. This dog is just going, bro. Watch out.
Don't worry about it. We'll step on that. But never mind. But yeah, so out there is the main street. Out there is like all the shopping centers. Out there is everything. Are you gonna walk out there?
Let's walk and check it out.
Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just fast forward. Okay, so I'm gonna cut here because I don't want the camera to overheat too much and it's just boring. So I'm gonna cut here and then we'll cut when we get over there. Okay, so we just walked all the way from over there. All right, so we just walked all the way from over there, and we're gonna, you know, walk back and we're gonna show you those buildings. And again, look at this nice little shopping center. You know, we got Erlin right there waiting. All right, and but yeah, so like over there, there's like another gated community. Again, this is the north. All right, it goes to the periférico this way. It says Avenida Andres Garcia Lavin, so you guys can look at it if you guys are curious. But again, look how close we are. We just walked over here, you know. And they have this like a restaurant, right? And then you got like a bunch of, you know, just like back home, you know, back home, right? You have yourself like shopping, yeah, with all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean?
This is really cool because this is like this is a whiskey bar over here.
Okay.
I've not gone there yet. I gotta be honest.
Okay.
I haven't done that. But
let's go check out the rest. Yeah, let's check out. Yeah, so they got jiu-jitsu up there. All right. See, in my neighborhood, the jiu-jitsu is in some guy's garage, but out here they got in a nice fancy, you know, place.
So this place right here, they have like mostly just like fried food.
Yeah.
Sometimes the owner's here. He's very mad cool.
Oh, cool, cool.
I don't know if he's here right now.
But yeah, so they got like, you know, more restaurants, you know, they got like a place to fix your cell phone. You got a place for kitchen and closets. You know, you got all kinds of, you know, just like back home, you know. Look at this. Very nice.
This is like this is from marble. Like they sell marble.
They sell marble here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hola.
Nice.
Like, and then this is a gelato.
Oh, gelato. Look at that.
Really nice place.
Get nice.
Sometimes. Like just really good stuff.
Fancy. Yeah.
Delicious stuff. This is an orthopedic place.
Oh, there you go. Orthopedic shoes, orthopedic footwear. Yeah, and then upstairs.
So, you want to go upstairs?
That's all right. Don't worry.
She knows upstairs.
Yeah, because again, remember we gotta go. We still got much more to film, and you know, see, like I'm telling you, you never know what you're gonna get with my videos. And in this video, you know, we just thought we were gonna do a quick little walk, and it turned out to be a nice walk and conversation so far. I'm looking forward to continuing the conversation as we go back. But yeah, this place is nice, man. And $800 you only pay, and by the way, that's $800 with the exchange rate. He actually pays a lot less. I mean, way at 20 when it was at 20 to 1, you're paying less. So when you actually bought it, I mean, you're actually renting it for like 6, 7, right?
Yeah, we're getting it way lower. But
wow,
you gotta, I think.
Look at that.
This is the inside of this courtyard. This place
wow.
Is honestly, this apartment these apartments go for 600 actually right now.
Wow, so these apartments are 600. These are like luxury apartments, literally.
Yeah. 6, 7.
Holy guacamole, man. And
honest,
again, yeah.
They're brand new. I think they had there's a lot of, there's like, I think there's a roof on top.
Wow. Look at that, very nice. Yeah, that's like the entrance. I'm sure there's other entrances. Well, yeah, let's walk the other way. Yeah,
we'll go back.
But yeah, so again, this is $600, you know, to get a luxury apartment, because some people, hey, they don't need all that room of a whole house. Some people are just a single guy, a single person. But look, they gotta see, again, all these empty lots that you're seeing over there, and you're seeing everywhere, all these things are going to start getting developed, you know, and they're going to offer more options, you know, and more offerings like this, and so on and so forth. And you know, again, that's why a lot of people, you know, even in the area where I live, I'm not too worried about the gentrification or any of this coming along, because over there everything's already built. You know, they got to do so much work to destroy everything and then build this, when up here, you know, which is only like a few minutes away, like 15 minutes away, they got all this land where they're building everything. And again, you know, we got the more apartment buildings over there, we got Erlin over there, and but yeah, and Botswana. But yeah, you know what I mean. So what were we talking about? I forgot what we were talking about.
I could talk about her for a second. Actually,
yeah, let's go.
Dude, the reason why we got this dog was so funny, man, because we really want to start eventually going to travel in different parts of Mexico.
Okay.
And man, like, I honestly, she's trained. She's really well trained to. Right now she's pulling.
But she keeps the.
Siéntate. Muy bien. Abajo. Abajo. She sees something. Hey, abajo. Muy bien. So she's actually trained. She's actually a trained like guard dog and stuff. So I write her off on my taxes.
But yeah, like but she keeps the predator, the people away, right? The bad people away, or the nosy people away.
Out here, it's not even necessary to have her.
There's a new development over here. Look at this.
Not that many. There's not much bad folks out here.
Nah,
We're living safe, but if we do travel and there's like some, you know, any predators or like anybody that's like, you know, trying to encroach on our space, like she's a deterrent.
That's right.
She's a human stopper. So.
That's right. Yeah, because what you mean is like when you're driving around, and you're on the highway or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And you get to one of those checkpoints, and you have that dog. Well, basically they just wave you on your way. I mean, so I mean, and she helps a lot, you know, for because there are a few checkpoints where they might want to shake you down for a few bucks.
Yeah.
And then they're not messing with you with that dog, you know.
So literally, she has a command. I'm not gonna do it right now, but she has a command for bark, like literally like aggressive bark, and like
interesting.
You don't just do that to the dog, but she at those checkpoints she will bark, like she will continuously bark. And you know, it's a big deterrent. Someone hears that and they're like, damn, it's a Doberman. Eventually we're gonna breed her too, you know. Check in with me. We're gonna have some purebred Dobermans out here in Mexico, you know, and they're all trained to you know, defend the family.
Beautiful dog.
She's
by the way,
so great with the kids, man. So yeah, that's
no, but that's all. Yeah, that's awesome. You're talking about the pet, because you know, about Botswana, because remember, a lot of people out in the audience have pets. I got a pet. You know, I'm in the process of training Gizmo right now. He's doing really good. just getting not as good as Botswana just yet, but we're getting there. And but yeah, long story short, you know what I mean, like today, I was here a little late because remember I told you one of my one of the people that was working on the house, he came by to pick up his tools that he left behind, and Gizmo just started barking because he saw him at the gate. That's perfect. Without no, and the guy was just he was so scared and so taken aback, and so and it was just just Gizmo, you know what I mean? So it's a deterrent. That's why a lot of people have dogs, have bars on their windows in certain neighborhoods, even this neighborhood, because it's just a deterrent. You know what I mean? It's not, you're not trying to make it easy on on the people that are trying to do anything bad or anything at all. Look, it's a deterrent even if you get like a Jehovah's Witness out there knocking on your door. Shout out to all the Jehovah's Witnesses out there. I'm not hating on anybody, all right? Love to everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get someone at the door and I'm not looking to buy a 3-day-old pizza, bro. You know what I mean? Bruh. That kind of stuff, so at the end of the day, you know what I mean, dogs are very they're a necessity, you know what I mean, in a sense, for some people, for me, yeah, man, it's like in Mexico, in Mexico, it's like that's why you see so many people with so many dogs.
So many dogs, yeah. As long as you can take care of them.
Yeah.
The other thing about dogs, even in this neighborhood, there's not as many strays, but there are definitely strays all of Mexico.
That's right.
And one thing you want to definitely know is like, interacting with those strays, you got to be careful. Yeah. There's definitely been situations where people have definitely situations where there's bacterial issues.
Sure.
Like dogs that have infections, so be mindful. Also, your dog can contract other diseases from street dogs, so be mindful.
Or they even get into fights. Gizmo loves to pick fights, with dogs, which is not bueno. So, and sometimes the street dogs do as well, so
no, they don't.
It's just dogs,
yeah. They're just dogs. Most Mexican street dogs that I've interacted with, they're pretty docile for the most part. You get up, you're like, hey, get back, they'll go away. But I
guess it depends on the hood, right?
Yeah, that's true. You might end up with that.
Yeah, not in my neighborhood. My neighborhood, they're a little bit more. Yeah, they're a little bit more aggressive, but
we gonna eat you.
Yeah. But again, it really just depends on the neighborhood. But but yeah, that's it, because it doesn't matter whether you have an animal or not. You could just be walking on your own and encounter. And you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's very mindful to just understand that there are stray dogs and there are animals, in the wild, no matter where you live. All right. But anywho's, all right, okay, let's
head back. We're gonna head back.
Okay, we're gonna head back. Let's just walk kind of just a little bit, so I want to show them. Okay. Or I can do it on my own if you want.
Okay, let's walk together. There's another. Well, this is a big ass house actually.
Okay. Oh, that's just a house over there, huh?
Yeah, it's a big house. So there's some really massive houses on the street.
Okay.
The interesting thing, again, you talked about these lots, man, but some of them are for sale. And some of these houses, some of the lots, they're for sale, and some of them, they don't even have owners. You have to go to the city records to find out who was the last owner.
Correct. And yeah, because look, that one seems like a very old house on a big lot.
Yeah.
And then that's like a newer house.
Yeah, this is brand spanking new.
Wow, look at that. So, but yeah, like you said, so for example, even this empty lot, it might not be that easy to get that property, even if you come out here with millions of dollars,
Yeah, so, that's the thing. Like, this could be owned by one person, 10 people.
That's right. It's a whole issue.
I don't know how much you've covered that stuff, but that's insane. I was looking for all kind of properties in Central.
Look, James Bong Smoke Shop. That's hilarious.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, so look at this area here. I love this house. And yeah, that's that street we were at over earlier with the traffic. Oh, that person wants to come by. But yeah, look at that. Yeah, these are some nice houses out here too.
Yeah, super nice houses, modern cars and stuff. That thing got a Hemi too. Look, got a Hemi.
Nice. Look at that, nice.
This is a music school. My kids don't go to.
Oh, look at this, a music school right here. So again, even in these neighborhoods, you're gonna have things like, again, people that repurpose their house to have a school or to have a business. I've already seen a few businesses, selling food and selling other things. So again, just because you live out here doesn't mean that you're gonna get away from that. I think the only way that you're gonna get away from that is if you live in a privada. If you live in a privada, then that's it. You know what I mean? Like, then yeah, you're not gonna be able to find people putting up a business in their home in the privada, which is a gated community. Yes. But even out here, there's no gated community. It's like each home can be its own gated community. That's where you see these big walls and these big ass, yeah, because it's been more about privacy. A lot of people think it's security, which it is part of it. But a lot of it is just privacy. I mean, that's it.
Honestly, here in Mexico, in Merida, there's no real issue with security.
Oh, none at all. None at all.
I would say definitely that privacy. Yeah. When you can have, a massive, 10-foot, 12-foot wall, you can do whatever you want back
there. That's right. Literally. So yeah, that's really the main reason, you know, why you see a lot of that. And look at that, look at the coconuts.
Man. Come on, man.
Careful, yeah. Careful that thing don't fall on your head.
Oh yeah, that's a lawsuit in the States.
Yeah. Yeah, out here's a trip to the hospital. You know?
Yeah, literally. Like,
that's all it is. You know?
I like walking on the street sometimes too because this is a royal Louisiana, super beautiful tree.
Yeah, it is. Look at that.
Those things, they're amazing.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, and very drop tolerant as well.
Yeah. So, all right. All right, I think we're gonna end it here. Is that okay? We're gonna just end we're gonna end the walk here because, you know, again, we still need to interview him, and I still want to give you a little bit of a house tour so you can see exactly where he lives and how he lives, you know, as an artist with the family out here in Merida. So, all right, let's just cut it to there as he walks off into the sunset. Look at that. All right, so now we're gonna do the house tour. All right, so we're gonna have Erlin, you know, give us a guided tour of his humble home. All right, so he has a warning, right? You got a warning. It's yeah,
if you come here, my dog's gonna kill you.
Bruh.
That's basically my warning.
No, that's not the warning I meant. No, you're saying it's like it's a messy home because you got kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is a little messy. That was the other one. That's a little. My dog will fuck you up.
Well, anyways, yeah, you know, again, he has kids, and it's a you know, it's a working artist home, right? So you know, you got all the
toys all over the place.
You got your car over there.
Yeah, that's a car.
The big garage over there. Okay.
This car is it's actually for sale in a little bit, you know.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, they can get in contact with you through email later. Right?
Bruh.
let's just do the quick home tour because again, this is a 4-bedroom home in a very nice neighborhood, right?
3 bathroom, 4 bedroom. Come on.
Awesome. Now look, you got like a little atrium here, something. I don't know what that is, but that's nice. Awesome. All right, look at that. Wow, very nice.
A lot of stuff everywhere right now. So we just got our laundry delivered. So we have a good laundry service. They wash and fold everything and have it delivered. Doesn't come in that standard bag. That's our bag. Walmart.
Yeah, you guys are just a hot mess right now because of, you know, you don't want to get into it now. But long story short,
so we just came back from the States. There was a family member that had a health issue, so we just came back. This is a nice home. Okay, so this will be your dining room. The dining area. I do have some art stuff out right here.
Okay.
That's the back area. It's there's an extra fridge that we have out here because we had an extra fridge.
Hey, let's go out there. I want to show everybody.
There's a big hole in the grass, but
that's okay.
Okay, so we have.
You got a cenote in your house?
No, we don't.
What do you mean?
But,
okay. Yeah, it's okay.
So I have a bunch of.
That's where your pool. That's where your future pool is gonna go, right?
The pool was actually there. Man.
Oh.
There was a plastic pool for.
Oh, okay.
It's not there anymore.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have the landscapers come do that. Normally, our landscaper guy comes here very often to do the grass, but because we weren't here, he hasn't come. So.
Okay. No worries.
You know, it's part
All right. So yeah, you got your little backyard here, you know, with your wash station. I guess your washing machine would go here, but.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah, you get the laundry lady. Okay. Oh, I see your pool thing there.
The cleaner, yeah. And then I got some citruses here that we're.
Oh, nice.
These are mangoes. That's Persian lime, pineapple over here. This is another Persian lime. No, this is orange. This is
nice.
Tree. And this is Asian mandarin.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
So those are all things that.
And you got yourself a nice little backyard here.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
This is where my sons paint too.
Yeah.
Art. But yeah, we really been enjoying this place a lot.
There's a beer fridge.
Yeah, this is actually not beer fridge.
No?
No, this is just
a regular fridge.
This is an extra fridge.
Extra fridge because you got a family that eats a lot of food here.
Come on, man.
Awesome. Yeah, and then the dining room, and then you got just toys and kids stuff everywhere, art supplies everywhere.
This place is I have boys, and so we bought these chairs. These chairs were really cheap. They weren't the best made, and they kind of some of them are broke, but we still have them. There's just other parts in the house right now. This place is wild, bro.
It's awesome, man.
Dude, we can't go in this room. This is like a studio room right now, but this is
let's see a little bit.
Nah, bro, nah.
All right, that's your studio. That's a mess.
It's a little bit of a mess right here. This one, I'll show you guys.
Okay. But anyways, in here, that's I guess an empty room that he uses as okay, real quick, because that's an empty room that you use as your studio.
As a studio, it's kind of like a studio office.
Okay. No worries.
Just moving some stuff around. This is the bathroom over here.
Okay. Look at that.
This is downstairs bathroom.
Okay. Just a regular standard bathroom.
Yep.
All right. Under the stairs.
The kitchen.
Okay. I know it's very dark in here, guys. I apologize. Hopefully I can fix it in post. No worries. It's okay. It's like filming indoors is always the same thing. But yeah, look at this. It's nice. Oh, yeah, there you go. Fridge number 1. And you got fridge number 2 out there. Okay. Nice little kitchen. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, it's great. Great kitchen, man. What more do you want? Yeah. This is great. And then yeah, your pool would have been out there.
Yeah, it was out there. I think it's gone. But we'll go up here.
Yeah.
And this is the room. It's upstairs.
Okay, let's go upstairs right now. So yeah, again, guys, you know, remember every one of these videos is a little different. In this video, the house tour is not the main story here. It's more about, you know, the neighborhood, about him, about Erlin.
Oh, cool.
You know, look at this. You got a little nook here, right? Well, all your
There's a little office nook, books.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
our family altar that we got up here.
Nice.
And then this is one of the bedrooms.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, that's where the boys, right? They all sleep.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, I mean, they all don't all sleep in there. They just end up in our beds.
Okay. Yeah, you know, kids.
No kids.
No, but yeah, look at awesome closets here too.
Great closet space. I mean,
Yeah, it was
it's a
great.
good size for kids.
Yeah. You got the fan, you got the AC, you know, all the equipment you need to
Standing
live here.
bathroom over here.
Another, shower, regular bathroom. Okay.
This is
Another room.
father son's room.
Okay.
Kind of is a lot more space than we need right now, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Anyway.
That's awesome. Yeah, but it's good. It's at least, you know, it's a better spot to be in, you know what I mean? To be in you got your neighbors over there, I guess, right? You got Legoland over here.
Oh man, my son has a Lego YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great, man. And if I was younger, I'd probably do something like that too.
Dude, they're killing it right now.
I love Legos, man. Yeah. How about that? I bet your kids have a better channel than both of us combined, huh?
Maybe, probably. He's probably a millionaire already, dude.
Look at that. Oh yeah, and there you go. You're outside. There's the neighborhood here. Cool. Beautiful.
That's a balcony. This is just a room.
Another room.
My actually favorite
Wow.
thing is this post that tip over the wall.
Yeah.
It's bedroom redone, but we have an extra bed in here because sometimes the kids just come and sleep in here sometimes too.
Yeah.
You know?
The kids they want to sleep everywhere they want, huh? They gotta.
It's just whatever, dude. Like.
No, I always think of that little Wayne song, you know, with like, you know, you get to. I want a house with all these bathrooms, you know, so I can take a shit, you know, in
In each room.
Bruh.
This is another side bathroom I have. It's just, this house is like perfect.
Nice,
For us, right?
yeah.
You know, like just for what we want.
Yeah, you got a closet out here. You got tons of space, man.
Yeah, honestly, we're happy with
Yeah,
it.
it's really cheap, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought a home out here, this kind of home, would be a lot more expensive.
No, it's not.
Because even at 800, it's still pretty cheap, man.
Honestly, the gringos bringing the prices up, but you know, like yo soy la Caribe, bro. Like they're like, where are you from, bro? Yo soy Caribeño, man. Like they give you that price. Like,
That's right.
yeah. And that's the beauty of it, because I grew up in Florida and then going to Miami here and there was like the big inside is just like, yo, Caribeño, they're like Caribeño, ¿de dónde es? Oh, mi familia es de Jamaica, no, de Haití, de Cuba, de Colombia. They don't know where I'm from, and so when they interact with me, they're like, oh, es un otro paisano.
That's right.
I kind of get a bit of a hookup because
That's right.
They're cool with us. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know, you have two Spanish-speaking people that's like, all right, they're a little bit more chill. I would say it would be different if I was just kind of like another person who
Exactly.
straight English speaking, you know. But I would also say, you know, just kind of being mindful and vetting individuals, because you can pretty much tell when people are trying to gouge a price.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell sometimes. Like there's another house in the neighborhood like right next door, and it's like I think it's going for like, you know, $1,300 a month.
Wow.
Come on, man.
A lot more.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
like $500 more.
Come
yeah.
on, dude. But you have to be mindful.
No, but I mean, same thing in my neighborhood. It's the same thing. Like it's same. Like for example, I'm Cuban, speak the language, Mexican wife. All that helps in bringing the price down.
Yeah, it does.
But in the same neighborhood, you know, in my same neighborhood, I got people paying double and triple what I pay, which is insane.
Too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You have to be mindful of that because, and my neighbor was telling me this too. Is like, you know, us coming in because we have a neighbor from Mexico City who was like, yo, like. You don't want to pay so much. It's part of a negotiation, and that's part of the Latin culture. Because you gotta negotiate. You gotta, you know, show. They say show your teeth. That's right. You know, like so.
So speaking of which, let's go downstairs and do the interview now, right?
Let's do it.
So I hope you guys are enjoying the episode so far. Look, he's already ready to get started. So all right, he's gonna go off into the sunset again. All right, so let's get into the interview portion of the show. So here we are with Erlin. All right, you guys, you know, ready to know more about him? So we already know his name. His name is Erlin
Jeffwa.
All right, and where are you from?
I'm originally from South Florida. Like grew up in South Florida, but kind of been bi-coastal. Spent some time in California, about like 8 or 9 years out there in California. Like some of my like, more formative years out there. And yeah, but we're really moved over to Philly, and so we're coming to Mexico from Philly. So been all over the place, really.
Awesome. Well, and what do you do for a living? For those that haven't been watching the episode.
Yeah, so I'm a painter. Yeah, but I also am a professor, so I do both in tandem. And I have seasons where I sell work, but then at the same time, like, I have a salary. So I have a balance between both. And you know, I have different projects and things that go on within these things, and so I'm able to, like, actually exist off of my salary. Yeah, and awesome. or the funds that I get from both. So
yeah. And so do you teach here locally, or do you teach like online or at a university, or?
So it's a bit of both. So I do I'll do like a semester online and a semester in person, so alternate semesters, or I have to, like, that's the best. I have like these I've created agreements within my contract that allows me to have more fluidity with what I need for life, so be able to travel and do shows, and also be able to be, you know, present, you know, here. I think it's different if you're talking about working here in the local universities, because local universities that are subsidized by the Mexican government just don't pay the same amount.
Yeah, because Christian, she's teaching a class right now, and I think she's only getting paid like $10 a day.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. I wouldn't do it. But, you know, it's a great opportunity. I think there's the connection factor. I would love to connect with the universities here. I think there's the cultural exchanges that also can occur with the universities here. That's a huge impact. But I think that for an established artist that has my own pedagogy and my own, like, you know, rubric for, like, you know, excellence and all that stuff, I have to be mindful of, like, the places that I want to go and to work with people. So
yeah, I mean, basically, what I'm trying to highlight here a little bit in the interview is just the fact that that's what you do for a living. You're an entrepreneur. You're an artist.
Yeah.
And you know, you subsidize your income through many ways. You know, just like all artists do. You know, one of them is you're a teacher. You know, you're a professor. Yeah. And you also sell your art, and you do other various things.
Yeah, I also do other stuff. We can show them in a second.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, well, we'll show them. Might as well show them now. So you have a small business here.
So this is another business that we're working on out here. So I started making some tea, and I found out that there's during the rainy season, a lot of mosquitoes come out. And coming from South Florida, my family, we used to drink a lot of this tea. It has citronelle, and it has 5 other spices that we drink, and it helps to ward away mosquitoes. So you drink it, and you sweat. As you do sweat here in Merida, it helps you to sweat out a lot of the citronelle, and when the mosquitoes smell it, they just don't want anything to do with you. And so I've been drinking it here with my kids, and then we let some of our friends have it, and they're like, "What is it? I want some of it." And so, like, I honestly, these are the last 2 bottles that I have. I constantly am making a lot of it, and I mostly make it for my small circle of friends. And so this was another idea that we had out here for, you know, just sharing the tea, and, you know, it's for the people, honestly. And I feel like it's something that helps out. It helps us out a lot. And, you know, if you'd like something, you could reach out. While supplies last, to be honest. And,
so we'll provide all your info down below. Because remember, you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel, and I can tell you the whole process of that too, and we'll keep it in there. It's just like, you know, when we came out here, it was during the pandemic, and I had just gotten my professorship, and I'm someone that really, I was in tandem, like, I got a great job, and I sustained myself through my art for period of time. There were times when I sold nothing. There was times when, like, I sold a lot, and it opened my eyes. And, you know, I'm still with art. It's always a flux. There's always a flux. There's some seasons where you're like, "Yo, this is great. I'm on up," and then there's seasons where nothing will sell. But that's part of it, right? There's just the joy of creating, and so I was able to have a bit of a balance for myself in my world. And I said to my, you know, the mother of my kids, and I said, "Hey, let's figure out if we could do something else outside of the U.S." And so I found out about Merida in 2012, and I was on, like, some blog or some, like, platform, and they were talking about the safest cities. All these, like, retired Marines, they're like, "We're all going to, like, you know," they were saying different places that they're going in the world, and then Merida popped up in the forum, and they were like, "If you don't know about Merida, you don't know about real safety." And that was 2012 when my first son was born, and I have 3 boys. And so I was like, Merida, Mexico. So I looked it up, and there's a great website called the Global Peace Index. I don't know if people know it, but it's a great website. You can look it up. You see if it's in a green state or if it's red state. And Merida's been in the green state, which is super safe for like decades. Wow. And it shows Mexico. And so as soon as I saw that, I was like, man, whenever I get the chance and I get some decent opportunity, I'm getting out of here and I'm gonna go to this place. And this is a thought in my mind. This is like 2012, and pandemic hits, everything's on lockdown. I was sitting in Florida eating Publix subs like on repeat, just like every afternoon, and I remember just like sitting there like, I'm gonna die if I don't do something about this. And so I needed to go somewhere that was open, and I remember my list of places I wanted to check out, and Merida was there, and I was like, man, we're going. And so right in November, around the time of it was like October, November, we flew into Cancun, and I was like, dude, we're gonna check out the city. And so we hung out in Cancun, got like some little Airbnb, and right away I just had a different vibe, man. I was like, man, we're in a complete different place. Some people can't acclimate, but for us it was just really adaptive. We were just like, yo, the food made sense because we're from the Caribbean, we're Latinos, it made sense. Everything was just clicking so well, and I was like, damn, I think this is where we need to be. And man, from there we took a Ado bus from Cancun, and we got to Merida, and I remember riding on the bus to Merida for a split second. I was like, man, here we go. And then we saw the trees, and I was like, oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing. You have this moment. But then when we got into the city proper, I started looking around, and I was like, this is it. Like we got here, we made it here. And so from there we stayed in an Airbnb again, and then we connected, and we started, and then here we are today. It was like 3 years later, 3.5 years. It's about to be almost 4 years. It's about to be 4 years, 3.5 years here out here. Yeah, so 4 years. So it's been a process, man. This has been exciting for us, and we're gonna keep continuing with the YouTube channel. We're gonna have some different channels. My son has his Lego channel he started, and I have my own channel just highlighting my artist trips going on. So then people can see as we start to build things here in Mexico. But right now we have sip tea, which is our thing. For everyone that wants to sip this tea. This is I was playing around with some names for it, man. I was thinking of like Everglade Elixir or something, because all the mosquitoes. But I've been drinking this tea. We've been drinking this tea since Florida, since we were kids. This is something that they drink in the Caribbean to ward away mosquitoes. And sometimes people are like, literally, they're like, what? How do you keep this stuff away? We drink this tea. If you'd like some, reach out. But our story, honestly, has been interesting because us coming out here was a big blessing. It's had a huge impact in our lives. My son had asthma in Philadelphia, and he was having an asthma attack every day. Every day before bed, he was having an asthma attack. Once we moved out here, it stopped. Maybe once a month, and then it went from like maybe twice a month. So now his health has changed.
So once every 2 months.
Once every 2 months, it changed majorly. And so it's been a big blessing because he's in an environment that's a lot, it's like it has more clarity. There's less air pollutants. There's pollutants everywhere, but it's less air pollution here than we were getting in Philadelphia. I think anybody I think if you have a good set of understanding of what your values are and what you want out of life, you can really set a plan up to come out here. And I've seen people have better plans, financial plans than I do, and better blueprints than I do, better schematics than I do, and they get here and they're like, this just isn't for me. I think instead of just jumping into a city, it's not gonna work for everyone. For us, it did. It made sense because we're an adaptive bunch as a family. We could go to probably China, which we've been to China, and we liked it a lot. We're like, well, we can hang out here, but we're just adaptive people. It's not gonna trip me out if someone tells me, hey man, you ate frog legs. I'm gonna be like, okay, cool, I'm trying it out. But for some people, they're like, I only eat these set things. I've had friends who come out here and they're like, yo, I'm like a 3rd degree vegan. It has to be, everything has to be, and I'm like, hey man, you might get there might be cross contamination. Maybe your vegetable had a little
little
beef,
pork fat.
little pork fat it was cooked in or something like that. Are you willing to give that away for, that peace of mind for being that, or maybe you cook yourself at home more so. Well, some people that's a deal breaker, but you have to realize how flexible am I with moving and being in this environment, and how open am I to experiencing things that are new. Yeah, like I was saying with the plan thing is like some people set up these beautiful plans like here's how it's gonna go, this is what we're gonna do, and everything's gonna work out, and like it's not even about the money thing too. I was telling you earlier, like I was talking to a friend. He works as an architect, and he's working with this couple who bought a massive house in Central. This is a huge house in Central, and they're designing it and they're building it up, and they're coming back and forth to see the place. And they spent money on this property, but in the span of time of them viewing the property, there were 4 or 5 tarantulas that came out. And this is their story that someone was telling me, and they said, the couple basically decided, because the partner was basically saying to the husband, like, honey, I can't be here. Whatever you bought this for, it doesn't even matter to me. It's too hot. There's these tarantulas, and they were so freaked out that they left. They I don't know if they sold the property or what they did with it, but they were just. And this is people who spent hundreds of thousands on a property, and like it's not about your money. I think it's the mindset. Mindset is everything. I think when you have a solid mindset and a perspective of what you want out of your life, and you really hammer it down, you're willing to sacrifice and do what you need to survive in the places that you want to. If you really understand what's happening in the United States and what's happening in the West, you'll figure out a way to live elsewhere. I think when you get it, for me and my family, there's nothing I wouldn't sacrifice for them. I have 3 boys, and my goal in life is to give them the best opportunity and give them options. And us coming here to Mexico, they'll be Mexican citizens because their mom is a Mexican citizen. We're literally in the process of doing their paperwork. But I found out from them doing their paperwork and becoming Mexican citizens, they actually have an opportunity to, if they want, there's a partnership that Mexico has with Spain. They could go to Spain and then they become EU citizens if they want as well. So thinking in the long run, saying, all right, we could have a family business. Maybe it'll be international. Maybe you open opportunities, open doors for your kids in many different ways. And I think that this is the best way of doing it. Also cultural exchange too. I think there's a lot of family values that they have here in Mexico that you can't be in the United States. You can't touch the family values out here. This is super traditional. The little kids can run up to each other, give them a hug, give them a kiss on the cheek. Man, I appreciate you. I think you're, my son's 11 now, and he has, little girls walk up and say, you're handsome. And that's such a big morale boost. We don't do that in the States anymore. Everyone's just like, oh, don't say that, don't do that. It's like, oh, you're son guapo. Like they can say this stuff, and it's not a big deal. It's a normal thing. And so I want them to be in an environment where they are where they can excel, when they can, we can have this tremendous opportunity. And I think
where they can feel like humans.
That's the other thing, man. I think in the States, it's a contrast to that, right? Where people look at you some specific type of way. We were talking about Miami earlier. It's like you go into a restaurant, you go into a place, heads turn. Here heads are turning for a different reason. Heads are turning because, hey, I want to help that guy first because he's new. He's an expat. He's coming. They see you as the opportunity to work with you and build with you because they know you're coming with a different set of information. You're coming with a different skill set as well too. People are excited, and I think with the kids too out here, for them it's like they're seen as like such my son went to the toy store and like. The workers there, they're like, come around the counter, like come over here. They're like, give me a hug. Like it's so different. It's so different. They're welcome in every environment. We go back to Philly and it's like we go to the toy store and the security guard's like, he's got a toy in his hand. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna buy the toy. Here they grab a couple of toys off the shelf and they're like carrying it over, and the women are like, yeah, sweetheart, put it on the counter here. I'll help you carry it. Like, what else do you guys want? Like, it's so different. That's a human to human experience, and so. I want them to have more of that. We're talking about the shift in class dynamics too. Is like, here in Mexico, they're upper class. It's, they can go to country clubs, horseback riding, they do swimming, polo, tennis, everything at a different cost. Yeah. It's, so.
And you're talking about the neighborhood you're living in now, which we saw earlier, which is Montebello in this area.
Yeah, in this area of Montebello, there's tons of activities for the kids. However, there's also, tons of clubs that you can sign your kids up to, and different social groups that are existing here. And so you tap into those communities, and you tap into those communities by default by, if you're a sociable person, you go to any of these grocery stores, you're bumping into people at their school meetings, school functions. Also, there's tons of expats. There's like brothers and sisters of Merida. there's tons of groups that you can link up with other expats if you want.
You were mentioning the church groups.
But yeah, I think that's the other thing too about coming out here is that you have to be, your mindset has to be very aware. I spoke to someone who told me, he said, connect with institutions before you reach out to individual people. Connect to institutions, because people that work through institutions will always be held accountable through those institutions, and that's a very important thing. So that means that instead of randomly being, hey, guy that's walking with a bag of meat, can I have your? Can you sell me this meat? It's like, hey, there's a whole institution. There's a church, and they connect. We have produce. We have farmers. And they have, sometimes you have a better deal than the grocery stores. They have a better deal than anything you get out there.
Yeah. So basically, like in a sense, go to a church or go to one of these school groups schools, or whatever, and basically make friends there, and you'll be able to have everything you want, in a sense, by just interacting with more of your community.
You get more opportunity because they have a network set in place, and when that network, you get to tap into that network, and that's something that you can't beat.
And that works in every neighborhood. It doesn't matter the income, level of the neighborhood or anything like that, because it's the same thing in my neighborhood, and so on and so forth. And speaking, by the way, I love your rant.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, it's great. No, it's great. It's great because it was.
I'm answering questions though too.
Yeah, no, it's great because you're providing so much information and allowed me to be quiet for a minute.
Okay, yeah.
Or a few minutes, but that's great. But I wanted to touch on the fact again, because we have the tea up there, and we're talking about the fact that you're an artist, you're a professor, you're constantly hustling, you're out there making it happen.
You have to, yeah.
And but out in the U.S. It's again, you have to do all these things to survive, and again, it's very extremely difficult. But out here, you get to constantly explore and do many things. So for example, out here you get to make that tea, sell that tea, maybe turn it into a business. Again, you're doing the professional thing on the side. You're doing a YouTube channel. Yeah. You have all this time to dedicate to your artwork. Maybe make more art so you can again sell that art. Focus on you, focus on your business, focus on your family, focus on all these things. Where back home, it's like you just got to focus on that money. You got to focus on paying those bills, right?
I think that's the biggest shift, is that where you're stuck in a rat race, you don't realize that you don't have to race everyone else anymore. I think when you pull away from the rat race, you can actually focus on you, focus on the individual himself, focus on your family. I think the other thing that being in Mexico has given us is the opportunity to just be present. That's something it's priceless. You can't. So many people are just stuck over here on the screen. It's like I put my phone down so often and don't look at it all day because my surroundings are exciting to me. Sometimes I don't even care to check it out because I'm like, man, like just looking at the nature. We're gonna go to the beach today. We're gonna go to Cenote. We're gonna go to this nature preserve. We're gonna go to and like there's so much to do in the exchange of that. So I think the influx or the contrast of shifting locations is the ability to say, hey, I need some time just today to just think about this idea that came to my mind or my heart, or hey, I'm gonna manifest the whole tea company that actually solves a major issue pest out here, and literally go to the shops. The cost for even these bottles and the materials and teas and the herbs, or the herbs that I've been able to make here is cut. It's so low. Like it's an amazing thing to really come out here. And I think the whole idea of entrepreneurship in Mexico, if you're someone that has that grit and you're willing to like be hard and like go for it, Mexico's a really solid place, to be honest, because they want businesses to come here. There's incentives for you to do it here. But on top of that, there's an open market and free market for consumption. If I want to stand on the side of the road here and start a business, I totally can. In many places in the United States, you're getting shut down. And OSHA might come in, or food handling will come in. They'll say, what's going on here? You don't have this paper, that paper. It's different. Mexico, you try it out, see how it goes. No one's complaining about it. You legalize your business. You could become multi-millionaire in no time or some shit, man. Like there are those stories of people coming out here and developing brands and developing different goods and services. And I was even thinking about Rappi, like the idea of Rappi coming.
Rappi's like a delivery service.
It's from Colombia, and it's super popular out here. But finding out about this, you can come test your app out over here. And I don't think people are thinking about these things.
Not yet.
Not yet. I mean, what you're doing, Jose, is really important in bringing that idea about and open it up, allowing entrepreneurs and business-minded people to get into the culture out here. And I think the other idea is like getting access and exposure to other people that when you shift and you go up and I was telling you earlier about going to these bars and going to these places and meeting with people. I'm sitting next to. I remember I met with this guy. He owned a whole hotel in Tulum. He's like, I own a chain of hotels in Tulum. He's like, I actually took a helicopter, from one place to another to get here. And he's like, we fly private jets, and so he's telling me all this stuff, and I'm sitting next to him, and on my other side, I'm talking to another guy who owns a bar here, and his whole family does what is it? He does what's the thing called again? The mezcal. Yeah, he had a mezcaleria and shit.
Yeah.
This guy's telling me his story. It was like the contrast of that is impactful because I'm talking to these guys and getting information. I'm sharing information. You really understand the culture. And so I think that's the other thing too is like, you start rubbing elbows with the right people, right environments. Even when we lived in Campestre, we bumped into the governor of the Yucatan. That's something that was crazy too, is the governor of Yucatan lived 5 blocks away from us in Campestre. And so, you're really you're in the vicinity of impact, real impact, and you can have more immediate impact in this place by taking initiative and you follow the rules and follow the regulations in a place like this. But I think there's tons of opportunity here, and even for everything that you do, you have to be willing, and you have to be willing to sacrifice, and I think that's the biggest thing. But I know
and like at the end of the day, it's like what I keep telling everybody. And I mean, and again, some people like you already know what it is, which is put in that work. If you want, opportunity, if you want, everything you've ever desired, you just got to put in that work and make it happen. And now here, you can put in that work and actually see results and build things. And again, you have so many people you can connect with and contact, and it's just it's amazing place to be in that sense.
100%. So I definitely would say that in this virtual game called reality, you have to be able to say, I am player number one. Like I'm the most important player in this game right now, or else you'll be playing someone else's game and you won't be fucking excited about that. And I think a lot of people in the States, a lot of people in the West in general, they're stuck in a game where they're just like, man, I can't do this and I can't do that. It's like, man, be honest about it. Like, you want to be where you want to be, and maybe Mexico is not your place. Maybe it's Thailand, maybe it's Africa, maybe it's somewhere else, but you got to be playing your own game, though.
That's right. In Mexico, they want Mexicans. They don't want any Mexicans.
Mexican. Yeah, it's funny.
No, but yeah, it's just it's just funny. No, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's just as simple as that. You know what I mean? Like, if you got it's all about mindset, like we were talking about earlier. And if you got the right mindset, Mexico is, your dreams will come true here. Yeah. But if your mindset is not, correct, right? I don't know what else to say. You're gonna struggle out in Mexico, but I think it's what is it like life? That's just basically life.
That's a life lesson thing. I would say also too the other thing about working out here is like if you're thinking that you're gonna come out here and like wing it, and you've never done it before. I've encountered a lot of people that just like y'all just did it. I wung it. No, man, it's not. This is not the best way to do it. It's a bad idea. You're not gonna get a job here. That's for sure. They will give everyone else a job instead of you. And just while I speak English, it's like maybe you'll work for like a call center or something. Maybe you'll be a manager there, and you'll get like $5 an hour. I don't know what I can't even imagine that. So it's being mindful that if you are someone that is a go-getter or an entrepreneur, you learn, you're business savvy, or you're willing to learn, it's a different dynamic. And I think it's like you have to be able to have some skill or something to offer in people, like some sort of good or some sort of service that they don't have. And I think this is a great environment. I'd say outside the US is a great environment for so many people if you're able to do that. But if you think that you're gonna come here and depend on the social fabric of the society, this is different. It's not even pick yourself by the bootstraps. It's like pick yourself by your fucking toes, pick yourself out the dust. It's not, there's people here that are really, really starting from zero. I'd say negative in some regards. Mm-hmm. And my kids learn a lot from being around the local kids. They go to the parks and they're like, man, like that kid just put that thing together, and he built a kite. Like he made a soccer ball. It's a different mindset. So my kids are like, what? People just make toys. I was like, yeah, you can do the same. That ingenuity. Like there's something about being here in Mexico was like, and nothing goes to waste, and everything is used. And I think that is something you want to be around.
It's a struggle, you know what I mean? It's just something about struggle. And so out here, you know, look, you're gonna find rich kids, you know, with you know that whole thing. But even a lot of the rich kids out here, a lot of the kids, you know, that come from upper middle class families or whatever, or no matter what family, you know, they put through some sort of struggle.
Yeah,
they gotta work for that, whatever they got.
Some of them.
Yeah, exactly. And but you see a lot of that. You know what I mean? You know, of course, remember we always talk about, you know, like the rich kids, because a lot of times the rich kids don't. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. For the most part, you know, out here you're gonna see a lot more of that than you see back home, because back home it doesn't matter your income level. You know what I mean? You're not getting all those life skills at all. Out here, you're getting so many more life skills. You know what I mean? Again, the more poor you are, you know, again, like you're starting from negative, right?
Yeah.
Or you're starting from the ground, literally from the ground. Oh my God, yeah, you really got to figure out how to make a ball, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, you're not going to have a ball, and then on top of that, that's your competition. So again, you're coming out here trying to outwork a Mexican. How are you going to do that? Yeah, exactly.
No, they'll outwork you to the ground.
Yeah, so the only thing you can do really is that, you know, if you're a good entrepreneur, a good business person, again, just simply, even as an artist, you know, you're out here just selling tea and making tea. I mean, geez, it's not like rocket science.
You know, and honestly, it starts with your local community.
Right.
This was something, again, I started sharing it, and I saw it work for my kids. It's something my family's been drinking for generations, and so I saw it worked. I was like, okay, cool. I'm down to make it, and a couple people were over. They tried it. They enjoy it. If you are having major mosquito issues, I have a deal going right now. You know, hit me up on WhatsApp. We can work something out. I can get you guys some tea, man, so you guys get those mosquitoes away from you.
By the way, my mosquitoes love me, so I'm going to be drinking this before I leave. I'm going to drink the whole thing.
Yeah, man, you got to pay for it. No, of course, man. But yeah, honestly, I would say, again, like I was just thinking about this as it came to my mind, is like respecting the culture here, respecting the people, respecting the land. It's important. I think respect goes a long way. Wherever you go, move in respect. There are people who are coming out here that are coming from the United States and Canada, and they have no respect for the culture. And just because someone's getting it out of the mud or they're getting it out of the dirt, you know, they have negative, they still have dignity, and they still carry themselves with honor. And a lot of expats could learn that. They could really learn that from local Mexicans. Sure. That's something that you can't. The level of dignity and grace that these people carry themselves with is priceless. And I see a lot of expats that come here and they're just like, they throw that money around. They're just, you know, it's your character, man. Come on, work on your character. That's a lot of that. So, this is a great place to really understand who you are truly in your heart, in your mind, and your soul, and develop yourself.
Yeah, this place will reveal really who you are.
That's
true. And that's that last thing that you said there. I think we could end it on there, because those are some great words that you said there. But yeah, it's that culture will humble you real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
And out here, it'll definitely help you grow and definitely help you be a better person. And if it doesn't, well, the doors, don't let the door hit you on the way out, right?
Yeah, seriously, if you cannot respect people, don't come out here. Don't come out here starting trouble. Don't come out here. And I also think for people that are looking seriously for like dating and stuff, men that are looking for wives, come out to a place like Merida. The women here are serious. They're very serious. These are very traditional women. They carry themselves with dignity and grace. They're not out here like in no clubs. This ain't Miami. This is not LA. They want children. They want to be really like taken care of, and they want to be in partnership with good men.
That's right.
And I think that's important to just say that, because there's a lot of guys in the States right now that are really struggling. They're probably in their mom and dad's basement jerking it a lot, and so that's the other thing. Come out. I'm gonna have some.
Yeah, this video's not gonna be G-rated like some of the other ones.
Sorry, man. I'm not that.
No, but you make a great point. In fact, I was gonna talk about that in a future episode. Passport Bros. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Yeah, of course.
Because I heard about it very recently. But it's just sad, where a lot of guys are just saying, you know what, we're out of here. We're gonna go to another country and find ourselves, a wife, because that's what they want. They want a wife and a family and all that stuff. And,
yeah, I think I honestly, we'll talk about that definitely. Maybe we can do a recap in a couple of months and stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a video on your channel one day.
Definitely. Come on.
All right. Yeah, I just want to cut it short because, like, hey, this is a very long episode already.
Also, my kids just got here.
Okay, so it's time to cut it. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna go to an ending, and all right. See you guys in a second.
Peace.
Hey guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know it was a long one, but hey, we had a good time, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Man, I think you guys had a lot of really good information. See, I already had some of your honey wine.
Yeah, it fucked me up too, actually. I'm making honey wine too, so yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, long story short, thank you so much for joining us today. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, you already know what to do. Don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please hit the bell icon. But more importantly than anything else, please stay awesome. And also, please check out all the links down below. Definitely. Check him out. Check out all this stuff. If you're local here, help support him, help support the family. And you already know the deal. So anything else? Last words?
No, just thank you so much, and support this man's channel as well. He's doing great work out here, and let's come on down to Mexico, man, and
drink some honey wine.
Fuck yeah! Oh yeah. Also, we're making mead. We're making honey wine down here. Link down below if you want some honey wine.
This guy's the ultimate salesman. I gotta learn some things from him. No, but anyways, all right, guys, we're gonna get out of here, man. All right, we gotta smoke one, and you already know what's up. All right, later, guys. Bye.